Hey guys, this is Source Rex, and today we'll be looking at the Iron Man 2 War Machine from the S.H.Figuarts line. So stay tuned. Alright, as you guys known, this figure came out in 2015, so it's a bit late for this review, but I'm really excited for this because I've been looking around for this particular War Machine from the Iron Man 2 series for quite a while, and I was looking around for a reasonably priced one, so it was a bit hard. I was checking on Amazon. It cost almost like 180 USD, and eBay, some of the eBay sellers were selling it for, I think the cheapest I've found or seen so far on eBay was 160 USD. So I managed to get this for 100 USD from a local app trading site now. So this guy was trying to sell it for about 100 USD. So yeah, so here I am with it, really happy, really stoked to finally get this figure. So let's take a look at the box art first before we proceed to open it up. Alright, so quickly looking at box art, as you can see, it's really impressive. This is like a really nice cutout of War Machine at the side here. Bottom Bandai, as I've mentioned earlier, it's the S.H.Figuarts toy line. It's from the Iron Man 2 War Machine. So at the top is a search. Side there's some like a measuring scale. The box art is not bad, no. Okay, at the back you have some of the different gimmicks and effect parts that you can attach to War Machine. And there you have it. Those are the other peripherals that you can find in the box as well. This is a very cool pose for War Machine. I really like that a lot. I might adopt it later on. Alright, so let's proceed to open it up. Okay, let's open this baby up. Alright, so I'll try to keep the integrity of the box just in case I need to resell it. But I doubt I'll be reselling this. Look at that. It's really bulky as compared to the other SHF War Machines. So it's really impressive. Let's open up the plastic tray. Alright, so the plastic tray is open, and as you can see, as highlighted at the back of the box earlier, there's some of the rocket launchers, shoulder launchers up top, followed by, I'm not sure what this is, but there's a rail gun thingy at the bottom with the ammo attachment at the side. Then we have some of the blast attachment to fix it onto War Machine. So let's take him out and have a look. Wow, nice. Alright, so if I put him up, this is what he looks like. It's really nice, it's really bulky. This is like probably Mark 1 of War Machine. So it's not exactly refined. Let's just take a look, closer look at some of the different parts. His helmet. Alright, I'll just go through the quick articulation for the figure soon, but just let me run through the some of the effects. It's pretty cool. Feels good to the touch. There's a lot of detailing on the figure. Look at the back, it's really neatly done. Then we have like some weapon attachment at the bottom of the forearm. It's really cool. I like him a lot. I really like him a lot. It looks really good. It feels good to the touch. You can, as always, you can feel the quality of the S.H.Figuarts toy in this one as well. Right, let's take a look at the articulation. Alright, So let's start with some quick articulations. So the head looks up that much and looks down quite a bit, all the way down to the chest. Okay, and it does full 360, does it? Yeah, with a bit of negotiating of the different parts around its shoulder, so you might get some resistance from this. Okay, so for the arms, you can do, should be able to do 360, yep. And then we have the shoulder flaps to, yeah, you can just pull the arm out to give it a bit more articulation, and then you can put it down. So for the bicep, is there swivel? Yep, there's full 360 bicep swivel. And for the elbows, it has, let's see, does it have a double jointed? Is it double jointed? Yep, there's no, maybe not, no. It does bend quite a bit, but I don't think it's double jointed. But perhaps it is. But some of the parts here are quite a bit bulky, so there's some limitations to the bend. So the forearm, there's no swivel for the forearm, but there should be able to rotate the wrist, but okay. So there is this piece from which is the part of the structure which the gun is attached to, which might restrict your movement for the wrist, but it should be able, just fell out. Okay, this should be able to, yeah, you can just fix this back on later on. So it's just a clip, so you can take it off and you can just rotate it around. Okay, then you can do quite a bit of crunch forward, can crunch back quite a bit as well. So you can see the different flaps, it's like an armadillo. Can it do a full 360? Yep. Oh, fell apart. Right, just hold on. So you can swivel the waist for the full 360, but be prepared to encounter some problems because it might fall out, then you have to reattach it. So it's I can say it can roughly do a 360, but there's some resistance there. So for the legs, you can pull it out a bit, give it a bit more rotation. So the thing to notice about this War Machine as compared to the Iron Man is the bulkiness of the armor, which may restrict the movement of some of the parts. Okay, so you can do it for 360, then you don't have a swivel here, but yep, there's double joint for the knees. Now knees can extend quite a bit, so that's good. So okay, so I've noticed this seems to be, the feet seems to be die-cast metal, so it's cool to the touch and it feels quite heavy, so that's cool. So it's similar to the Mark 47 Iron Man, which I just reviewed. So the toes, you can, for the feet, you can move it. There's a bit of a swivel there, just up and down. It doesn't move from left to right, so there is that limitation. So for the front toe, it moves down quite a bit. It's full 90 degrees, and it moves up, not much, but no, just enough. Alright, so that's pretty much for the articulation. So let's take a look at the War Machine in some of the action poses. Oh, would you look at that? I love the color contrast between the firing gimmicks that's attached to the muzzle of the guns and the gunmetal gray color of War Machine. It really looks perfect. So basically what I did was, as you guys noticed earlier, there was a flap here which is removable. So basically this was it. So I just had to pluck it out and attach the various armaments to the slots here. So the shoulder launcher comes in two, so you can decide to add it on the left shoulder or on the right shoulder. So I decided to add mine on the left, leaving this whatever weapon on the right shoulder. So for the back, it's as such. So you can attach this grappling gun to this point just behind his neck. So the grappling gun is there's quite a bit of articulation for the grappling gun. You can move it up, you can move it down, you can let me attach it again so you can move it up, you can move it down, you can move it left and right. So once you put it to the side, you can swing it upwards, you can swing it downwards, so there's joints here and here. So there's quite a bit of room for you to play with. And for the arms, we have this machine guns attached to the wrists and forearms. So apparently this is removable. You can just flip it downwards to open it up and just remove it from its wrist attachment. So that's pretty cool. And similarly for the side. Okay, I think it looks amazing. Alright, so let's take a look at another pose. Okay, so basically what we have here is War Machine in mid-flight. So as you can see, some of the changes I've made was I've removed the gimmick blast attachment from the weapon, so you can see the barrel of the guns, which are quite bare. It's really cool, it really looks good. So so the pose is with the help of a S.H.F stand. So I'll just slowly rotate it around so you guys can have a look at some of the components that I've added to stimulate flight for War Machine. Okay, so alright, so just let's take a look at his back for a moment. So what I've done was apparently there's a flap at the back of his pack here, which you can lift it up to expose these two exhausts at the back. It's probably to stabilize his flight and or perhaps boost his flight, whatever it is. And there's this two attachment. It used to be flaps at the end, but you can remove the flaps and attach this this different flap attachment to it to give it a bit more contrast with regards to the exhaust being exposed. And basically what I did was add the blast attachment to the various exhausts to stimulate flight. So it's really cool. I really like it a lot. So the blast gimmicks and attachments are a nice contrast to the gunmetal grey of War Machine. I really love the detail of this guy. No regrets at all getting it for 100 USD. It's really nice. Alright guys, we've come to the end of the review. I really appreciate that you guys have stayed on this long for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and if you guys like this video, I would really greatly appreciate it if you guys leave a like, and if you haven't done so, do consider subscribing to the videos and my channel, I mean. Thank you very much. So once again, this is Hansaurus Rex signing off.